Kindred Gottlieb is our next performer. She is going to be doing an improvisation. She has studied Butoh and action theater and improv. Kindred Gottlieb. I got this wrinkle in my head from Urinetown. Neil John Paulus, he's a professor he's a lighting design professor at UCLA. I was in charge of the lights. I had 3 spaces. I had a 3-hour class every afternoon. I taught all the incoming freshmen whether they wanted to be taught or not. I taught them how to hang lights and climb ladders, and I taught them how to get over their fear of heights. I taught them how to not get electrocuted. Neil John Paulus designs for Plobolus. He lives here, but he works on Broadway, goes on tour. He's shit. I think he's one of the highest paid professors at UCLA. And he was designing Urinetown. It was my first year as their master electrician. And I had to do every wire in every light sign that had little tiny light bulbs that had to be built from scratch that I didn't even know about. And he told me in a hallway as I was walking to do another show. Urinetown was in one theater. And in the other theater, we had an Asian student show that I was designing. When you design lights, it's about 6 hours of the most intense, nonstop, fly, seat of the pants, being creative, 10 different choreographers coming at you with different things. The person you just designed comes at you and tells you, oh, actually, can you change and make it the silhouette at the end of the piece instead of the beneath it? And you already have a piece performing on stage and you're lighting it live for a show that's going to start in 2 hours. And in the middle of all that, Neil John Paulus comes storming onto the stage because there was a ground row, and he had the ground row facing up. And in those days, they didn't have LEDs yet, and so the gels naturally would melt. And I had to reorder gel already once before, and they melted again. And so I had to order them again, but they hadn't arrived yet. It was the second dress rehearsal. So I'm in the house, all these students all around me. Neil John stops the entire show and he comes on stage. He's a big guy. He comes on stage. Kindred, where's that gel? In the middle of the fucking rehearsal. I say, I ordered it. It's gonna come when it comes. And he goes, you are irresponsible. And that's when I got this wrinkle right here in my head. I've been working on trying to get rid of it. I take a selfie every day, see how it's going. I really do. I have a whole bunch of selfies. Just another day I'll go, I'm going to selfie and see how it's going. But once in a while it really is getting better. I'm like, I'm doing pretty well, I'm relaxed. Stretching my face out, doing my massages, doing my palming. You know what helped the wrinkle more than anything else? Was an 8.5-hour bus ride. With only 5 people on the upper level of the bus. I could stretch out, take a nap, go back, gaze out the window. I'm not driving. There's rain on the top of the bus that's dancing on the glass. I've been listening to water lately. It seems to come and talk to me. It's like I was boiling pasta. I was really mad at my husband. I was boiling pasta. And the way the light hit shiny pan, you could see every rivulet of different temperature water. And I loved it. I couldn't stop staring at it. And then as the heat got a little bit higher, it shifted and it changed and it started doing something different. And I realized that's even more beautiful than the last thing. And each new change, and then it was boiling and it looked like the surface of Mars. I had it on video and it was surfacing craters. And I thought, crap, I have to put the pasta in. It's gonna fuck it all up. And that was even cooler looking. Because the pasta starts releasing its pasta. And then when it started to boil, it didn't reflect in the same way at all. And now you got that effect you get with coffee sometimes, where the light seems to have an instant flash of many different patterns. And I started to realize that this was like life, and that every new thing is just even more beautiful than life. You can just let it go.